Yeah, where's the case I have?
I would. So.
Yeah, they're good.
You can talk to them.
That I found the original. They got lost.
I don't know, maybe something's going on downstairs.
I don't think they had them upstairs yet. So
How much jail has he served? Oh, do you know?
I have a total of 60 days on this document.
All right, this is docket 21373 FH, people of the state of Michigan versus Richard Allen Fisher Jr. Counsel, your appearance for the record.
Good morning, Your Honor. EPA Bart Buxton on behalf of the people of the state of Michigan.
and Luke Goodrich from the Public Defender's Office here to represent Mr. Fisher, who is standing to my right.
Thank you, sir. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to provide will be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Put your hand down. Have you taken any medication yesterday or today?
No.
Are you supposed to be on medication you're not on?
No.
Any sign of fever, COVID, or other illness?
No.
Have you had enough time to speak with Mr. Goodrich?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Goodrich, it appears you were the original attorney on this, so
Yes.
you are familiar with this file.
Yes.
All right, sir, you pled guilty to operating while intoxicated, third offense punishable by 5 years. You were placed on probation for 2 years, and you were sentenced May 10th, 2023. I have no idea, but I'm interested to know why we're here in 2026 and what happened. I do have a bench warrant that says count 1, on February 7th, 2025, defendant failed to upload his Scram bracelet, and count 2, on February 19th, 2025, defendant failed to report to probation as instructed, and I'm going to amend that as long as everyone's in agreement, and anytime thereafter.
Correct, Your Honor.
No objection.
No objection, Your Honor.
Thank you. Any other violations?
Not at this time, Your Honor.
Thank you. Counsel, you waiving further arraignment?
Yes, Your Honor.
Will this be a plea or a hearing?
It'll be a plea, Your Honor.
Is that correct, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
As to count 1, on February 7th, 2025, failure to upload your Scram bracelet, how do you plead?
Guilty.
And as to count 2, on February 19th, 2025, and any time thereafter, failure to report to probation as instructed, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Did anyone force, threaten, or coerce you to plead?
No.
Anyone promise you anything that caused you to plead?
No.
You understood the terms and conditions of probation?
Yes, ma'am.
I read them to you, and then probation also went over them with you, and that was verbally and in writing, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you understood that you were supposed to keep your scram bracelet on, submit to any testing, show up every time you needed to, and you did neither of those things. You didn't upload the scram, so we could monitor you, and you also failed to report to probation, so we could monitor you.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I thought, was there anything that kept you from showing up or uploading, like you were incarcerated or in a coma or something?
No, ma'am.
Thank you. I find defendant's plea has been freely, voluntarily, knowingly, and understanding made. I also find, based on his acknowledgement, that he understood the terms and conditions of probation and he failed to abide by them, that by preponderance of the evidence, he is now guilty of count 1 and 2, which will enter. On behalf of the people, well, let me ask, on behalf of probation, what is the recommendation?
Thank you, Your Honor. At this time, probation would be recommending that the defendant's probation term be revoked and be sentenced to 365 days in jail, with credit for 60 days served and no early release, Your Honor. Thank you.
On behalf of the people,
Your Honor, I ask that you follow that recommendation. Thank you.
counsel?
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, in speaking with Mr. Fisher, the court recalls he came back in front of this court, I believe it was October of 24, after he picked up that case involving, I think it was some form of child abuse or something like that down at 55th. And he was obviously placed in probation there. At that time, I believe the court sent him to complete inpatient treatment. He did that at the House of Commons. He completed that successfully. He went into sober living. He was on, at that point, he was on probation here. He was in probation at 55th. And he also had an abuse neglect matter in Eaton County, requiring him to do classes 2. At that time, the amount of classes that he was getting from all 3 of those led him to feel so overwhelmed that he felt like he was going to fall back into alcohol at that time. He chose to quit doing the probation at that time. And essentially, since that time, however, though, he has managed to stay sober since that October incident, which is about 15 months at this point. And I know the court doesn't have testing to back that up, but it does have the fact that there have been no allegations of any crime since that time. He hasn't been picked up drinking and driving. He's been working with his brother who has a construction company. He has a place, he lives with a guy who's about 70 years old in East Lansing, who's never been in trouble. That he's got a stable home life at this point as a result of that. The reason he got picked up on this warrant was he was just a passenger in his brother's vehicle. His brother was speeding on the way to work, the job site that morning, and they ran his ID, and so that he had the warrant. So he's addressing those at this time, Your Honor. It has been nearly 5 years since this drunk driving incident. It was February of 21, which is when this actually occurred. He has taken a lot of steps to address sobriety, Your Honor. He has not been drinking and driving or doing any of these incidents over the more than a year at this point. I think he's made a lot of good progress on probation, even if it isn't the structure that the court wanted him to follow. So I would ask the court to essentially, but I certainly understand, I don't think it makes sense continuing probation at this point when he hasn't been following it. So I would ask the court to terminate the probation, but I would ask the court to sentence him to time served of 60 days, as I think he's learned a lot from this time and made a lot of changes in his life to prevent this type of incidents from happening in the future, Your Honor.
What happened to the other 2 probations?
It was the same situation. He has a hearing coming up on the 29th at 55th. So again, if the court just ends probation here, he'll still have the probation at 55th to deal with. I believe he still has to go to Eaton County to see what's going on in that case. That's not a criminal case, but it's like I said, it's in the abuse neglect court there from that incident, in 24.
Sir, what's happened to your kids? Do you see them?
I see my son. I don't see my daughter, obviously, because there's a PPO.
Okay. what's going on here? And why couldn't you have a conversation with probation to say I'm overwhelmed and there's 3 courts? What I have always done, and Mr. Goodrich knows this, as do the people and probation, is that I marry up all the files. I don't make you do triplicate, but it takes a conversation. It takes you showing up, being accountable and doing what you're supposed to do. So how is it you didn't do that?
They did have me, they had the 2 probations put together, but the child and neglect in Eaton County, they did not. And like I said, that I went to sober living, they had me doing 2 AA meetings a day just to stay there. And then on top of that, one-on-one therapy with the counseling and Mothers Against Drunk Driving and
Well, Mothers Against Drunk
parenting
Driving is
classes.
one class. 2, the sober living, if you're in there, you're just going to meetings as part of that, right?
Yeah, but I was having to take public transportation to all these different meetings and all these different classes, and it was January, it was the middle of winter.
So so you have a brother who drives, right? Could he have driven you?
He lives up north, he lives in Breckenridge up north.
So is that where you've been working?
No, well, it's all over the place, he's a subcontractor for a construction company, I mean, we work everywhere.
So let me understand the child abuse neglect case, you've ignored them, so you've ignored your daughter?
I pretty much had, yeah, I've had to,
How did you have to?
because I absconded from probation, if I would have went to that, then I would have been. It was just overwhelming, man. It was just so much to do. And then on top of that, they wanted me to work 40 hours a week to be able to get out of the sober living, to have a place to go. I mean,
How old is your child?
my son, it will be 3 in March 2nd, and my daughter will be 7 on July 6th.
So are you paying child support?
Yes,
Is that current?
I owe about $1,000. I don't pay on my son Gavin or Chloe, my daughter, but I pay on another son that is 14, and I owe about $1,000.
You see that, son?
No, I do not,
Why?
because of all these, I mean, I used to until all this happened back in 2024. I mean, the one with Gavin, it's supervised, like it's gotta be supervised.
So who cares? I'd walk through fire for my kids.
It's
Sir,
just
you're
like-
the adult, you have 3 children who have no say. It is your responsibility to see those children and work it out. It's your responsibility to show up for probation, and if it gets too tough, we are there. This is not a punishment. Jail is the punishment. Probation is rehabilitation, because we have faith that you would complete this for your safety, your children's safety, and public safety. Now I don't know what to do with this. I should toss my hands up and put you in jail.
You know, I'm just thankful for that you gave me the opportunity to go to rehab, because if you wouldn't have did that, I probably would have been drinking now. I really would have.
So you don't have your driver's license yet, do you?
I mean,
So
I got 4 DUIs.
you got what?
I said I had 4 DUIs. Does it take a miracle to get that back?
Well, miracles happen when you work toward them. Right now, you're swimming upstream and you're losing, sir.
I just didn't want to fall back into alcohol. I really didn't. I was really close to doing it. I really was.
It takes a conversation so we can help you and we could sort this out. And you have children who need a father. You need to show up. You need to ask for parenting time. You have a constitutionally protected right to parenting time. Do you know that?
I did not know that.
Yeah. So the only one that can invoke it is you. And when those kids on the playground say, "Where's your daddy?" What do you think your daughter says? You're not bonding with your 3-year-old, and the bonding is from 0 to 5. It's over after that. You might be friends, they're never gonna respect you like a dad. You got a 14-year-old, worst time in all our lives is junior high. Well, where are you?
In jail.
So if I don't put you in jail, what's gonna change?
I mean, I know I'm in a better position now than I was when I got out of rehab and went to sober living. I have support now that can help me to get to the places I need to go.
What does that mean exactly?
I mean, whatever they need me to do to, I was trying to see Chloe, but they said that I couldn't because of my PPO. There's a PPO order because I got a domestic violence against her, and they said that I cannot see her.
That's right, but there's other ways. You go to the family court, you get supervised parenting time, you get somebody neutral to drop off the child, you go to take your domestic violence classes, you take your parenting classes, you stay sober, you show that you are a fit parent. Right now, with domestic violence and all these crimes, you're not a fit parent.
It was, they had Chloe had a psych evaluation, and they said that she wasn't ready to see me again. And that's why, like, another reason why I gave up on probation is because they said that wasn't fit to see me anymore, and she really didn't want to see me at the time anymore. And
Cause you
I mean, I
absconded
did.
on her, sir. I don't know all the details. I don't know what you did or didn't do. But sir, it's on you. You're the adult.
I understand.
He completed House of Commons, is that correct?
He did, Your Honor. He was released from House of Commons about second, third week of January, reported to me. He was at Pinnacle Recovery Housing on Old Lansing Road. That is essentially where he absconded from. The staff there said that he had left. He didn't notify the staff that he left. Residents seen him leaving with his belongings, statements along the lines that he was going to visit a girl of some sort. I don't know, girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, what it may be. And that was the staff there, residents, or myself seeing of Mr. Fisher. He is on probation for that domestic violence in 55th. We kind of addressed it on October of 24. The basis of that was Mr. Fisher was under the influence about more than three times the legal limit, walking around full, knocking on doors for a ride with his underage daughter, Chloe, who was found to have multiple bruises on her body, and confirmed that it was from child abuse from Mr. Fisher.
So are there any other pending matters? Any new crimes since this one?
No, Your Honor.
With the domestic, I said 50-50.
Aside from that?
Yeah.
Is he in domestic violence specialty court or no?
I don't believe so. I believe it was regular probation that, is that with Judge Allen?
It was originally with Judge Allen, the probation was with Judge Sheldon.
Okay.
Did you complete any of your domestic violence treatment?
I did not. I started my classes, but I didn't finish them up.
Why not? Was that because you absconded?
Yes.
Are you not motivated to take them? I mean,
I
sir, you
am
have,
motivated.
well, it wasn't your first, you have, your history here is pretty, you're an angry kind of guy. You have in 2015 aggravated assault, adult on minor. You have assault or assault and battery in 2015, domestic violence 2016.
All my cases have been drinking related.
Well, how long have you been clean now?
Over 15 months since that domestic violence happened with my daughter. I haven't drank since.
So you're going to AA, NACA, any of that?
I haven't recently, no.
So tell me about your support system.
I have it's a family friend. It was my dad's best friend. My dad's passed away, and I live with him. He's in his
Is this a
70s.
70-year-old?
Yes. and he had a history of drinking back in the nineties, and he's just a good support, somebody that's been through it and has been sober for almost 30 years now. And he's taught me a lot, and Michelle, my therapist at the House of Commons, she really taught me about grief and loss, because most of my problems is my dad passed away in 2014, and that's when all my problems started, drinking and all my trouble. I've never been in trouble since before that. And she taught me about grief and loss because she lost her mother at an early age, just like me. And she taught me that there's, they're looking down on me and they don't want to see me doing this. They want to see me doing better. And she taught me that to do things that we used to do together, like fishing. Like me and my dad used to fish all the time. So, and me and my brother has been fishing. I wasn't able to talk to a lot of people about it after he passed away, but now I've been able to talk to my brothers about it. I've been able to talk to my mom about it, and she just helped me a lot. And I'm glad you gave me the opportunity to go to the House of Commons, because that was the first time I ever been in rehab. And in 10+ years. And I wish I would have had the opportunity way before to go to rehab, because it really did teach me a lot.
When someone passes, you don't honor them by, let's see, having 19 offenses.
I understand that. I just didn't know. I didn't know how to take it at the time. I didn't have anybody to guide me through it. I had nobody to guide me through it.
I mean, sir, your dad is still here. He's just in a different form. All you do is talk to him, and I bet you hear his voice.
I realize that now.
I should give you the 365 days jail, but I'm gonna let Judge Hillman do whatever he's gonna do to you. I'm just gonna give you 60 days, credit for 60, and you're gonna be discharged unsuccessfully, sir. If you're in front of another judge, I suggest you ask for help, you do the right things, and you tell